Hey everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today, June 26, 2019. Bitcoin, huge day. Is it going to correct? Is it going to go sideways, go up, go backwards? We're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin. Huge day, that's for sure. Broke 13K. Also, what were some of the typical YouTuber replies for VeChain for the Walmart partnership? And I'll give you my opinion of those. First off, please keep in mind that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. So let's go take a look at Bitcoin, since that's, I'm sure, on a lot of people's mind. We'll get that out of the way here right quick. So heading on over here, and this is on the daily, okay? This is on the daily. It's on trading view, on logarithmic scale, as we can see here. So we can see here, we had, this huge spike, and it came all the way up to about 13,800, okay? Right around there. Huge spike, right? Nice green candle. Pretty good high volume. So that's looking pretty good. Now, if we take a look at this dotted line here, where is this coming from? This dashed line. If we go all the way back out, scroll out, if we go over here, what that is that it's right here, and that is an upper bound limit that we hit at, right about 13,000. So there you go. So that's what that is. And then the one below it is the next support resistance line, about, 12,250, right around there. Next step way up would be, 17,000 range. Okay, so let's scroll back on over. There we go. So that gives you a perspective of where we're talking about. So right now, looking at it on the daily, what do we have here that is going on? Well, what pops out to me, using not so much Wyckoff, and Wyckoff, we've just been in a huge markup here, right? But using VSA, which is kind of an extension of Wyckoff. Oh, let me make sure I'm streaming here in case I'm not just talking into the air. That happens. Okay, great. Can you guys hear me? Okay, great. All right. So what do we have going on here is that a nice large volume, right? Nice large volume, and it just spiked this all the way up from 11.6 to 13.8. Great day, right? And then it's followed by a red. What is this? In VSA, this is a down bar. And when it happens in the upper area, and a down bar is denoted because the close of this one is higher than the close of the next bar. So the next bar here is a down bar because it's down. Makes perfect sense, right? Anyway, in VSA, that is a sign of weakness. What happens after that is it just kind of falls down, and it does whatever. I'm not saying it's going down to that level. That's just a general trend, a sign of weakness. So looking at this chart, it's on low volume. There's not much volume pushing this thing up. It does have some volume. Let me get out of there. It does have some volume, enough buy pressure to push it up to just almost half, but not quite half. It's fallen down. So we're just looking like that, okay? Let's go take a look at this to get a little bit more information at a shorter time period. Let's take a look at 2 hour. See what the 2 hour is doing. Okay, that is a pretty large spike down, isn't it? Yeah. Pretty large spike down on the 2 hour. Well, let's go look here. That was the day. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, there we go. So there's our big up bar. That's interesting on why that one was showing green on the daily. But anyway, if we look at it here on the 4 hour, it actually looks worse. So we have an up bar followed by a down bar, sign of weakness. Boom. Now, next one is a down bar followed by a down bar. Yeah, this thing's looking weak. Okay, this thing is looking weak. Let's go to the 1 hour. So what we have going on here. Seeing if there's anything that we can pick up. Yeah, there is something here right now. This is a point of where we have supply coming in, entering the market. That's an indication here. This up here would be the buying climax. So let me go ahead and mark that up. Get out of there. And we're just taking a look at that because we have to look at BTC. We're trying to figure out where it's going. So we have our buying climax up here. Yeah, I'm kind of tired of the purple. Let's make it yeah, maybe a little bit. Let's make it a white. Yeah, there we go. Good old, can't go wrong with white. Okay, so that's our buying climax. Put another line here for the AR, the automatic rally. Do another one here. I like to do one at the top and bottom of the PSY, the preliminary supply. That's just my style. There we go. It's kind of like of a mini trading range within a trading range. And so we scroll on out. Let's bring these lines out. Okay, good enough, right? All right, so this line is looking like it's providing some type of resistance. It's below. Came up here. Just got a little bit above rejected. Mainly looking at the closes here, a big bunch of closes. They're fairly grouped around in this area. That's interesting to see. Fairly grouped around in this area below this 12.9 line, okay? 12,800, right around there. And once again, we have a little bit of a, look at this. We have an up bar followed by a down bar and an upper region went down. Same thing here. Upper region followed by a down bar. Wham. Same thing here. Wham. What else do we have that we can see? Well, this was so low, we're not going to count that. This is actually a bullish signal. Why? Why is that a bullish signal? Because what that is that cleared a whole bunch of stops in there. So that was stop hunting. As you can see, it bounced up fairly quick in time frame goes, and notice the huge push. It came all the way down and went all the way back up to the close. Same thing here. It came all the way back up. Lots and lots of buying pressure. So this thing is still pretty much active. It's not like doom and gloom. We do have increasing lows here, which is nice to see. And it's going up, and it is trading in basically this range here. So what I'm looking at this is for it to kind of bounce around a little bit in here. Go up and test this upper area again. We'll see what happens. It could meander on like this, and so we'll see, or it could spike. I mean, there's lots of ways it can go, right? But to me, it doesn't look like, oh, it's just going to dump. I don't think so. Reason being is because if I scroll out and look at this volume and notice this little break in here, that's an interesting break. There were some systems that went down today. Coinbase, yeah, Coinbase went down today. But if we just take this general trend and we look at the buys, it went up, and then the sells went down like this, okay? That's taking a look at the volume. Let me see if I can expand that out. There you go. So there's a little bit better picture. Went up and then it went down. Now I really like to see volume that goes down for both the buys and sells, which is like really cool. And to me, that is, you got to follow. You look at your general trend. The general trend is basically following this line here. That's the general direction of where it's going. And it looks like, yeah, this thing still has some gusto in it. So we'll see. So yeah, I would be more inclined to look for a little bit of activity, just kind of bouncing around these two lines here, and then some type of a test up in this region to test this 13 again. So we'll see. Can it go above it? You could totally disrespect this and go straight to 15, right? That's one thing that you gotta understand, is that Bitcoin does not respect anybody. No respect, man. Coin of no respect. The Rodney Dangerfield of cryptos is Bitcoin. Just no respect. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing is come up here and do a test. We'll see where it goes. There's a lot of activity, international attention on this thing right now. We have news that's coming up. You'll hear the news. We should have something coming up in the next day or two that's of interest. We also had, what was of interest today? We had, Ledger X or something like that. Yeah. Get approval. Let's see if I can find it here. Something like that. But anyway, so we'll see what happens. Okay. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin. Now that's about it. Okay. Pretty exciting times, lots of volume. A lot of people got wrecked here. They put their stops too low. They might not have got wrecked, but they certainly probably, a lot of them got liquidated. But this is actually a bullish sign because by having a stop hunting procedure like this, what it does is it creates liquidity in the markets. Liquidity in the markets. So my guess right now is that this could actually very well turn into some type of a reaccumulation point right here. So we'll see. Okay, we'll see. All right, so that's it for BTC. Let's go take a look at VeChain. And we'll look at it versus USD. Oops. Let's look at it versus Bitcoin first. BTC. And just sucking wind, right? Sucking wind. It just couldn't stand being above the computer generated levels of where it's supposed to be. This wasn't supposed to happen that high, so they had to catch up really fast. Whammo bammo. What do I mean by talking about that? If we go over to Bitcoin, the site with a B. That's what I'm calling it now. The site with a B. And if we look at the VET versus BTC pairing, right now that's on USDT. VET versus BTC. We'll see if it's still here. Lo and behold, it's still here. Now, what do I mean? Look at the order book here on the left. We have the buys, then we have the sells. Oh boy. Notice how they're filled up in volume. It's solid. Yeah, there's like one or two. But look at the amounts of VeChain here. Okay, for the sells. 2.6 million, 6.8 million. These are all millions. 16 million, 24 million, almost 20 million. These are all millions. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Like how many millions are there? Over 100 million. If we look at the Bitcoin, almost 2 Bitcoin, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3, 20 Bitcoin, 15 Bitcoin. It's like, come on. Huge. And then over here underneath, the same thing. Millions of VET with pretty good sized Bitcoin amounts, Bitcoin numbers, right? Notice the separation in the BTC price in sats. They are 1 digit apart, right? 1 digit difference. 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, blah, blah, blah. Same as this way going down. Counting all the way down. That is not normal by any means, okay? This is 100% manipulated, and that's what happens. But I guess my point is, don't feel bad that VeChain took a dump so quick like it did. Nothing could get through this, okay? Bitcoin couldn't get through these walls. There's no way Bitcoin would have gotten through these walls today. Nothing. VeChain, no way, man. VeChain. But anyway, it pushed it down huge to get back on track of where it would have been if it just continued on its own way without this, let's call it an interruption. Okay? Interruption in the daily activity of screwing VeChain. How's that? All right. Anyway, on the video, let's take a look at it versus USD. Because USD, it's been holding pretty tight, man. If this thing comes up, they have like their new version. Oh, it was holding pretty tight. Now it's like down 12.5%. Bloody hell. Yeah, it was up here. Last time I looked at it, it just dumped. Okay. Something's up with VeChain. Anyway, we're not going there. But there it is. Not looking so great. Coming down here. It did bounce off of this previous line. If I scroll way out, let's go to the there it is. Way back here. This is a big campaign, this whole thing. It's a campaign. It is they take some time and they can be painful. The most painful thing here is this, is like bloody hell. But as far as Wyckoff goes, this is like, I mean, it's normal. It's normal the way the patterns are going, okay? So nothing, I mean, it's doing tests to the upper, it's doing tests to the lower. Looks like it was scheduled here to do another test, and it just bounced up a little bit early. So anyway, we'll see. But right now, if we just chart this, yeah, we do have some higher lows, okay? And it just might keep on trucking that way. This is on USD. So we'll see. But I like VeChain. I'm a big fan. Let's go take a look at the volatility. Big volatility. Big swings. Let me switch over to the bars. There. Molto bene. Yeah, so big swings. Lot of volatility. And it's diminishing. And then it's increasing a bit. And it's diminishing. Okay. So it looks like it might be diminishing. When it starts to diminish, and then we're getting some nice closes all here in a line that line up, which is at this level, which is okay. So yeah, bounced right off of this line, makes sense. So yeah, so we can look for something of it, maybe another test up here in this area. That's what I'm looking for. So we'll see. But anyway, with VeChain, it's like, well, what really got me to talk about these things is, you know what, the Walmart review. You know, what do you guys think of that, man? There's a lot of YouTubers out there. I got tipped off of one particular one. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's like, goodness gracious, dude, get a clue. Get a clue. VeChain, if you didn't know, is the #1 cryptocurrency. It is by far the #1 cryptocurrency. It is not shown in price because I just showed you how heavily it is controlled. Okay, if this thing was free to go, it would be, I mean, it'd go bonkers, right? Absolutely bonkers. But the general reviews of the Walmart of the Walmart partnership with VeChain just blew me away. Totally. And so this one guy was just saying, "Oh, well, it's Walmart, and you know, it's Walmart China." Kind of like insinuating like there aren't any people in China. You know, I mean, come on. Also, another thing was that, well, they're not really using it. There's only like 4 packages on the shelf where the actual QR codes are. You know, it's like not even being used. It's a total scam. It's this and that. It's Walmart. It's like not that big of a deal. You know, VeChain. It's like, come on, man. Total FUD. They're totally discounting what Walmart is. It is the #1 retailer in the world. And yes, I know you have Amazon, but that's online. And plus, they're doing other things like AWS, and they have other things going on. But Walmart is retail pretty much only. Huge in logistics. They're basically the world's #1 brick and mortar. Beyond a doubt. Okay, Fortune #1. That's who Walmart is. And so people are looking at it, it's like, yeah, they're just going to be using Thor. And unless they like actually start taking VeChain for payments, I'm not going to pay any attention any attention to that, regardless of how many partnerships the VeChain gets. That is the basic sentiment and overview of many YouTubers out there who have actually reviewed VeChain and Walmart. And I actually had to find them. It should have come up in my feeds on YouTube. I actually had to like type in VeChain and then search. It's amazing how you put in VeChain, it's almost like shadow banned still. It's beyond belief. But nevertheless, it's like, okay, fine. What are these guys, these YouTubers out there? What would they say? Let's say, yeah, because there's something going on with IBM, that Sonny alluded to, okay? And IBM does Hyperledger. So let's assume, just for fun, this is for fun, guys, that that VeChain got hooked up with these companies, okay? That they're all affiliated with Hyperledger, because let's just make something up that we don't know, we don't know for sure, anything like that. Let's just say, hypothetically, that Hyperledger can automatically talk to VeChain. Yeah, we kind of know that. But let's say it does that, and it's going to do that for all of these companies on this list. What would a YouTuber say? Oh, Accenture. I mean, they got their punctuation wrong there. Airbus, their planes crash. American Express, nobody uses their card anymore. And then Baidu, whoever heard of Baidu, right? The world's largest search engine? No, they're losers. I mean, they're dogs. It's got to be a dog thing because it has a paw on it. And then Change Health, I think that has to deal something with, mortuaries or something. And then Cisco, well, everybody uses their phone now. Nobody uses like Cisco. They use their phones. Deutsche Bank, yeah, they're going down because of all the derivatives. They're going to bring the banking system down, so they don't count. And Daimler, I mean, the tune-ups are just too expensive. So come on, digital assets. Well, that's crypto, isn't it? And DTC, I don't even know of. Fujitsu, old school. They haven't really done much. Hitachi, yeah, it's just inspire the next what? Then IBM. I mean, IBM had some like PCs coming out. They started the PCs, but they failed in that. I mean, so they failed in PCs. Come on. And then Intel, everyone's going to AMD. And JP Morgan has that stupid JPM coin. I mean, these guys are morons and idiots. They're right up there with NEC. And then SAP, what a great name for them. Bunch of SAPs over there, right? I mean, and then TradeShift, what the hell is that? And then look at this, BBVA. That's, what does that stand for? Big Brothers of, I'm not even going to say that, what came to my mind. So I don't know. Losers. They got to be losers. Who else? What others on here? Bosch. Yeah, they're a spark plug company. I mean, how many spark plugs are out there, right? And just on and on and on. It's like they would pick on this one because when you scroll over it, its print is too small. Just BS stuff. Just trying to downplay the number one retailer going with VeChain, and it just goes to show you how much it's either just ignorance or it is something that is directed FUD from whatever means. That's all there is to it. I'm going to go with both. Okay? I'm going to go with both. And, yeah. So that's my opinion, but, I mean, yeah, JD, whoever heard of them, right? It's just like whoever heard of Hire, right? Whoever heard of Hire. Yeah. They have no clue, man. They have no clue about business as it goes. These are crypto YouTubers that do YouTube for a living, guys. That's what they do. And that's how you have to take their stuff with a grain of salt because of that. That's what they do. And, you know, best of luck to them. Best of luck to them. But the ignorance and then the hatred against the number one coin that could have affiliations with all of these companies and more that we don't even know of. And I'm not saying these are going to be affiliated, no, but they have Hyperledger in there, and VeChain can talk to Hyperledger apparently through the Walmart thing, right? And Walmart has a ton load of vendors, product suppliers that it deals with, right? Ton load. Just amazing, and they're downplaying that. It's like WTF. WTF. Anyway, that is my rant. That is my rant. There's a bunch of morons and idiots out there that cannot understand or are willing to do their homework, or they are incapable of understanding it, or they are blatantly pushing it down and giving it bad coverage. For whatever reason. Any of those, it doesn't look good. And you might know about some of the people I'm talking about. You might not. I'm not going to mention them. But yeah, that's my rant. Just blows me away. Blows me away. Anyway, I'm going to go say hi to some people on the chats and take off. But it's like WTF, man. Hey, Dances, how's it going? Oh, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, get notified, share the video, all that good stuff. Okay? Helps out the channel. So, yeah, so you're saying, what's up? Hey, just chilling like a villain, man. Hurt any feelings? What do you mean you didn't hurt any feelings, man? Hey, Han. How's it going, Han? Not even going to talk about that, what you're just saying there. Hey, Leonard, how's it going, man? Let's see. Okay, Dances. Interesting comments there. Hey, Ronnie. Thanks for watching. What do I believe OceanEx and OCE growth will be over the next couple years? Well, I've done a review on them before, and I really think that they're going to be a monster. They are definitely going to give VeChain a run. Excuse me. The B exchange a run for their money, for sure. What they're doing is that they are OceanEx is gearing up for basically industrial strength trading. They have a lot of things going on. Let me go ahead and type them in. As far as what they're going to be offering to the clients and stuff, the traders on here. You know, AR. They're going to have AI powered security, which is a big deal. A lot of trades. They're also getting into the, let's say if you have some type of algorithm that's a trading bot or whatever, you can, if you're a trader, you can publish it, and then you could be able to like sell your bot for others to use and stuff like that. Kind of cool stuff like that. Really catering to the institutional investor, that type of thing. They're catering to the serious, okay? It is going to be the exchange for the serious investors for crypto, all right? It's not going to be any of this fuddy-duddy garbage of like we see in VeChain with the high buy and sell walls where it's completely controlled, or the wash trading or this or that. That stuff is not going to be there. And it hasn't shown itself on OceanEx. I've been watching them and stuff, and it looks like a real exchange as far as the trading goes. And yeah, you have the arbitrage bot that goes back and forth and stuff like that. That's to be expected. But as far as the fuddy-duddy stuff, I haven't seen that like I've seen on some others. Let's put it that way. So this is, in my opinion, going to be the exchange for serious investors into crypto that are not going through, like Fidelity and stuff, okay? Because they might put their millions into Fidelity to get Bitcoin or whatever, and then after they come home, they might put their hundreds of thousands into OceanEx, their pocket change. But it'll be for the serious investor. They have big innovation with VKey and the turnkey solution for like approvals and stuff like that. So you can have VKey, so you can have like a chain of custody approval system, and then the hardware and software custody devices that they've got going on. It is just that's from VeChain. So they're going to have hardcore custody, hardcore investor services. They're an honest exchange. They really try to keep up on the best side of the regulations. They're not running away from them. They work with them. Just trying to get the most. I mean, they're like a real exchange, okay? It's professional quality. What else can I say? All right. I think they're going to be a monster. We'll see. Will that necessarily reflect in the price? Can't say. Don't know. It could. It could not. Really depends. But as far as people knowing about an exchange, I think Ocean is going to be the Ocean for crypto. All right. Thanks for the question. Do your research on OCE, guys. That's all I can say, man. Yeah, Ledger X was approved by the CFTC. That's the one that I was talking about. And watch for more coming out in the future. Okay, more approvals. When one falls, the other go as well. Not saying it's a fall. It's like dominoes, okay? Domino effect. Yeah, when one goes, the other one, it's easier for the other ones to go. So watch for news on more of those types of approvals. And that is for the physical BTC future contracts. Will we see much from that? Well, it could certainly kill BTC. We'll see. We'll see. So dances, you always expose their tactics? Great. Keep exposing their tactics. So Marco wants to know, is Walmart manipulating VET? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Why would they? They have the money to where they don't need to. It's something else. Who do you think it is? Okay? Who do you think it is? Put it in the comments below. So BA wants to know, Barakas wants to know, what is my take on Player? Interesting coin. I actually picked some up. You can get it over here at the Monster. Let's see. What is Player doing? Player to vet. Oh, good. It's up 2%. Awesome. Come on, thing, load. All right. Okay, that's on the 1 minute. Doesn't quite have that volume yet. Okay, there we go. So I did a little chart on that. It's just doing a lowering test, and it's coming up. So we'll see what it's going to do. I mean, it's really not in any Wyckoff stuff yet. It's too new. It's just doing price discovery at this point in time. So I mean, it's still a baby. I mean, it's a baby kitten. It doesn't know how to meow correctly yet or anything. It's getting its weight under its paws and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's just past its record low, right? This is versus VET. Keep in mind, this is versus VeChain. And so we'll see. I mean, it has some swings up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 rejections. Come on down. This is kind of the downward trend. I wouldn't worry about that. But growing, basically, if you kind of discount that, basically growing support at the bottom. Right there, that's what I'm looking at, okay? So we'll see what's going on with that. Yeah, this whole thing is bonkers. But anyway, I'm kind of liking Player. It has it's an interesting project. And so we'll just see where it goes. I mean, do your research on it. Do you like Player? Why do you like Player? Put that down there. But, I mean, I picked some up because it was like, you could get a whole bunch cheap, man. I mean, look at that price. 0.00008. There's 4 zeros in there, man. You can pick up a whole bunch for a few dollars, man. Who cares what it does, right? But hey, it's up 2% today. So this is just kind of a fun thing for me. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, it's China. It's Walmart China, a division of Walmart. But yeah, people are saying, "Oh yeah, it's China. It's like Walmart China. It's like it's not big enough." Well, there's 1.4 billion people in China, and there's 0.3 billion in the U.S. 0.35. So they have a full billion people plus on top of us, on top of the U.S. And they're looking right now as far as the transactions go. VeChain has been kicking around 75% of Ether's transactions, and that's with only just a few of the products that Walmart is going to have. Well, they have 23 products online, and they're looking to expand to 100 more. Yeah. So they're looking to expand 4x on that. So we're looking at VeChain in the near future, as far as transaction-wise, possibly being double that of Ethereum. Okay? And that includes all the dApps and apps, the total Ethereum transactions. Yeah. And they're playing it down like it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Let's go look at VForge here, okay? VForge. I mean, look at this. So this was today's volume, which turned out to be VThor burned. There it is. 20.2 million VThor burned. Yeah. How's that? Day before, 13.5 million. Yeah. Going on, today, right now it looks 16.1 million. Yeah, so that is a lot of volume. Notice here we had big volume days we thought were huge, and then this is nothing. And then it's like not even getting started. I mean, this is just a few products that it's doing. There's going to be 100 more on top of this. Yeah. In some of those videos, I also heard that VeChain was a scam. Still, that old story. It's like, please. Transactions, here they are. They've been going for a while. And now they're getting really big. People are just, I don't know. People are just scared to death of VeChain for whatever reason. I don't know why. But yeah, China Walmart, Walmart of China, I'd say that's bigger than if they went with Walmart US as far as transactions go. So IBM does Stella. I know IBM does Stellar, but it also does VeChain. Okay, Max? Do your research. IBM has been working with Walmart and the Hyperledger for over a year. Walmart put in over $100 million into this project to put sensors, real-time temperature sensors on its trucks, to set up their cold storage facilities, the largest cold storage facilities in the country, and many other improvements. $100 billion. They're not just going to go with Joe Blow, okay? They went with VeChain. They went with IBM. So on the private side, it's like IBM. The private blockchain, it's like IBM, okay? The Hyperledger. And then when it needs to be put over into things that the public would like to see, like the transportation, they want to see the temperature and stuff like that. So that stuff gets written to the public chain, which is VeChain. And it's a model that can be replicated. That's what has been said. That it's a model that can be replicated or duplicated, so they can take these other companies that might be thinking of going the same way that Walmart did. And you can't tell me Walmart doesn't have any pull, but they could have Hyperledger. This is the Hyperledger members. They could say, well, we're doing stuff with Hyperledger. We don't want our private stuff. We want it to remain private. Fine, IBM. IBM, we can help you out there. We'll put you on Hyperledger. Okay, so we're all working with Hyperledger. Oh, now all of a sudden you want to go public? Oh, well, here's VeChain. And as far as XLM can be used as like a currency, but as far as its abilities of VeChain, it cannot compare. There's no comparison other than they're both cryptos. Okay, but look at all of these companies that are part of the Hyperledger that could want to go and put their transactions, the part that could go publicly, on a public blockchain, and that apparently is a very good chance that some of these could be going over to VeChain. Okay. Oh, look, there's PwC. Yeah, losers. They need more letters in their name. So yeah. There you go. I know IBM is hooked up with XLM, but have you noticed the news of late? How Jesse Lund is gone now, and also the CTO. The big two proponents for XLM in IBM are gone. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Keep your eyes out for this, guys. Huge, huge potential. Possible potential. Huge. Hey Juan, what you do for your VThor is you put it into, here, we'll go over here. Let me kill this thing. Okay, so like VThor, where is VThor at? Let's go here, all pairs. Scroll on down. Okay, so you have VThor BTC, VThor USD, VThor VET, those are the pairings. So you should be able to take your VThor and cash it directly into BTC. And from there, you can send it to Coinbase and then get the cash. Or if you're able to right now, send it over to the Cash app. Not quite sure if that's available for everybody yet. Let me know. We can actually send Bitcoin to the Cash app's Bitcoin wallet address. Let me know. I know if it's not there, I know that it's in the works, which is like really cool. But yeah, you could do it that way. Then what you could do is, if you're on Coinbase or whatever, transfer the BTC to Coinbase and cash out that way, however you normally would off ramp. Okay. So that's, yeah. And you would transfer the BTC from here to off ramp it into fiat, okay? Or if you just wanted to hold Tether right there, there it is. And then do whatever with Tether. Hope that helps. Oh, sorry about that, Juan. I see the message down below. Dances, you just looking like you're just having a lot of fun. Let me show something here for dances real quick, guys. Get them settled down. Go here to the daily. Okay, dances, there you go. Get the auto off. Oh, look. Q and popcorn event. There you go. Okay, I have it on my calendar. Yeah, something happened here. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Let me scroll on down. Okay, Juan, where were you? Okay, so you mean, okay, Juan, you mean that you can now turn your VThor into BTC through OceanEx Pro? Yeah, absolutely. Isn't that the coolest thing? Isn't that the coolest thing? Oh yeah, Bosch. Yeah, what a piece of junk company, man. Yeah, they make spark plug leads too. Yeah, I guess that's right. I don't think they make anything else though. I think that's all they do. All they can do is make spark plugs, you know. You can use those for like decorations for Halloween. You can take a spark plug and like get two of them and put them in your ears, right? And go as like some type of robot. You know, that's when their sales are probably the highest. Oh man, I tell you, the ignorance or the it's either ignorance where they're unwilling to learn, or they're just flat out lying or something. I don't know. It's just beyond belief. Total, I don't know. That's why I'm not mentioning any names. I'm sure you guys can line them up. Done with that rant. So Juan is saying SAP is great. You've worked with them, but spark plugs will be obsolete if electrical cars take over. Dude, it's like BYD, the largest car manufacturer in the world for electric cars. They hooked up with VeChain, and because of that, they're going down, man. There's no way they can survive. You know, BYD is like over. You know, that affiliation with VeChain, man, it's like, come on, man. But SAP, seriously though, SAP is a good company, and they have a lot of things going on. They really helped with efficiencies and stuff like that. Yeah, just being serious there. But BYD, yeah, electric cars take over, spark plugs, goners. Yeah, Bosch, yeah, Bosch could be over, man. Yeah, crypto YouTubers that do it for a living. Big hint there. That's right. I do not do this for a living. Hit the like, subscribe, get notified. Let's see. Just going on down here. Thanks for the comments, guys. You guys are like the awesome. Yeah, vaporware pumps while VET is still down. Absolutely. Good news for us, man. Right? Good news for those in the know. People be scratching their heads and wondering, oh my gosh, no one ever talked about VeChain. They said it was a scam. Hey, Mark, I'm not worried at all about VET. For me, it's a minimum five-year hold. And for me, that's short term. Okay? I'm not a trader. I'm an investor. Big difference there, man. Big difference. But thank you for the encouragement. I do appreciate it, Mark. Okay, so Juan wants to know, how is VThor produced? Well, You get two VeChain coins together, and they make baby VThors. So, seriously though, is if you hold VeChain, the VET token, just holding them, it's a form of staking where they generate a certain percentage that can fluctuate. They generate a certain amount, and it depends upon how much you're basically staking in your wallet. And so that's how it gets generated. Okay? You have the amount that gets used, so that gets generated, and then you have it get burned, used in transactions as the gas. Okay? And so that's how it gets generated, and that's how it gets basically paid out. A percentage of the burn gets, turned into rewards. It's awesome. Very interesting, real interesting dynamics there, as far as like the burn rate and the generation rate and the cost and so on and so forth like that. Because people are thinking, oh, if VeThor just skyrockets in price, it's going to become too expensive to do transactions on the network, and that, of course. But VeChain thought of that, and so they have adjustments in place to account for it. So it's, so they can account for it, okay? Interesting stuff. They had mathematicians and economists look at this, okay, to help them derive this mathematical model. Quite interesting. Read their white paper on it, okay? Very interesting stuff. Okay, also, does OceanEx have restrictions for the USA or New York? Don't know about New York specifically, but for the USA, you can get on there and do your thing. You're limited to withdrawal of $10,000 US value, not necessarily in currency, but in value. It could be currency or it could be coins or whatever per day. It used to be a lot less than that, and they doubled it. But you just can't KYC. Not yet, anyway. I'm looking for that in the future. So that is the restrictions. Can't KYC. Is there a link for OceanEx Pro? No, I don't have any referral links. I usually don't do that. Imagine that. But it's just OceanEx, the way you spelled it, .pro. Okay? Thank you, manager, mister. If you want to send me tips, here's my Digibyte address. Yay. I'm always open to that. Let's see. Just moving on down. Yeah, that's right, Mark. It's 0.000432 currently for the generation rate on VeThor. That is per day. OceanEx, the creator of OceanEx was a mentor to Sunny Lu. Okay, he was an advisor to VeChain. They broke off and created OceanEx. Took a top AI specialist with them. Created OceanEx. VeChain is out of Singapore. And I believe they actually have their servers residing, some of their servers residing in the U.S. But OceanEx is looking to be global, but with strong U.S. Connections. Okay. People are saying whales or CZ or whatever. Yeah, we'll see. Doesn't really matter. It's getting manipulated. As long as you guys know that and know that one day in the future it's going to be lifted. There you go. Hey, Frey. Alts on flash sale tonight. They are. Let's go take a look at alts. Oh, yeah. Bread. Vet. Just getting killed. This is on BTC. Down negative 13. Oh, now it's 14.5%. What the bloody hell? Is BTC going up again in price? Here's that link. Yeah, good luck to them. Yeah, where is BTC right now? Of course, it's not going to be there. It's going to be under the USD. So yeah, BTC is up 2.5. Wow, look at everybody here. A lot of money pulling out of everything except Link and going into Bitcoin, isn't it? How's ETH doing? ETH getting hit? It's up 1.2. Interesting. This new FTM, okay, that's, I don't know. But yeah, they're getting hit. Nothing new. Take a deep breath. A link for OceanEx. Here it is. Just stuck it in the comments. That's not like a monetized link or anything like that. It's just the actual web page. And I just stuck that in the chats. So Frey, you're looking to grab some T-Food, Mediblock, and Cargo X at these prices. Heck yeah. Yeah, where are you getting your Mediblock at? That's an interesting project, isn't it? Korea loves Mediblock, if you didn't know. Yeah, they took a poll. Everybody thinks it's Icon. No. They love Mediblock more. And then T-Food's interesting. They're also in supply chain. And they've actually had some successful trial runs. So take a look at T-Food also if you're into supply chain. Cargo X, don't know much about that, Frey. Sounds interesting, though. I like supply chain stuff. Hey, Mark, thanks for helping Juan out with the questions there. So no one wants to know, what's my theory on why VeChain is suppressed? Let's say you're a crypto and you're trying to make something, an app, and your goal is to have companies use that app. Okay? Oh, companies like these. But companies like these are hooked up with IBM and VeChain. What chances do they have? Not much. Not much. Everything is connected, and VeChain is connected. I'm not saying they're going to get any of these, okay? They apparently have some type of working agreement with IBM. That's been shown with the Walmart thing. But if you were another crypto, wouldn't you be a little bit jealous? If you were an exchange, looking at this, looking at a rival exchange, going up from below 100 to in the mid 50s in ranking in a very short period of time, would that kind of piss you off? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe somebody wants very low price VeChain. Don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it's just people that got suckered in and scammed into all the scam talk and actually believed it. And so they just sold. Yeah. That happens. It's public manipulation. And that's part of the market, to manipulate people, to wear them out, to shake them out, to wear them out. It's a common saying and phrase. To have news articles and stuff to create all this FUD so they can get something pennies on the dollar. This is not unheard of. This happened in the Black Hills, if you're not familiar with the Black Hills. Huge gold rush town, okay? And people there were sitting literally on a gold mine. And investors came in and told them, oh, the government is going to make it like illegal for them. They're giving it back to the Indians. It's this or that, just whatever lie they could think up of. And they got the people to sell the land. And so what that was is it turned out to be where it was the largest gold strike in U.S. history. And they knew it. And they swindled these people for less than pennies on the dollar. So we'll see. Anyway, keep your eyes open for it. You guys know what's going on. You have your theories and stuff. We just don't quite know. And everything's like guessing this and guessing that. And it could be lots of things or nothing or whatever, but something just doesn't seem right. And it's not. But that's okay. Because we can wait it out. Nobody has stronger hands than the VeChain community, that is for sure. Han says, smells like opportunity. So John is, WTF is going on. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll find out. You know, it's just, for me, I'm not telling you what to do, but for me, I'm just sitting tight. It's a very long-term hold. Stuff like this is anticipated. It's part of market psychology, this and that, okay? This market is geared for people to maximize the number of transactions on an exchange. That's, if you take a look at it from that point of view, that is basically what is going on. As far as all the prices and the coin listings and this and that, it's all about the maximization of transactions on the exchange. We just saw that today with BTC, where it had the stop hunting go. Stop hunting's been known, and before Binance existed, wham, stop hunting is known and is kind of required to blow out people holding to create the liquidity so they can pick up the coins or the stock or whatever. It's a part of trading and institutional trading that retail investors aren't quite familiar with. So you have the shakeout. All this is pure psychological manipulation. It's warfare. Don't think that any exchange is on the up and up. Okay, there's manipulation in everything that's traded, basically. That is the market. And so we just deal with it. How do you deal with it? Wyckoff. Yeah, Wyckoff gets into the psychology of the people that are able to make those moves. The market makers. Yeah, you guys are having some good comments. Yeah. So Juan says, we haven't had the golden age of IoT yet. Yeah, that's right. It's just beginning. And 5G still needs to come. They have that, basically. One thing that's interesting about VeChain is that they're doing research into edge computing. Yeah. Very, very interesting. That will put them way ahead. What will that do? Basically, it will allow... what's the best way to... What it will do? What will it do? Allow... iRobot. If you've ever seen the movie iRobot, it has a lot of examples in there on what could be accomplished with edge computing. And that's as far as splitting the processing out to the edge and getting... It just speeds everything up, okay? It's going to be revolutionary. Quite interesting. So we haven't seen anything yet. So Han says Warren Buffett's going to dump his BYD stock now. Yeah, maybe he found out it's affiliated with VeChain. He says, what? That's scam coin? Oh, yeah, because of VeChain, yeah. Yeah, we'll see, I mean. But in my opinion, VeChain is like... guys, I mean, come on. It's the number one. It's the number one coin out there. As far as usage goes, it has the partnerships, it has the technology, it has this, it has that. It has the business model. It has the willingness and ability to work with corporations. Okay, so you're gonna have BTC, which is like gold. All right, the world reserve currency, or actually gold. And then you're going to have VeChain, which is the crypto for business. Okay, mainly manufacturing goes, okay? The crypto for business. And it has a lot of other uses and stuff. That is for sure. Business and tracking and lots of things. Healthcare, you name it. And then you have Digibyte for the normal day in, day out, purchases. Okay, yeah, you can have Ethor in there too, but yeah, you can have Digibyte in there. And then the key is an infrastructure project. Okay, and you have some of that stuff going on with Man, which is Matrix AI, with Italy and stuff. And there's like one or two other coins. Zilliqa is like a catch-all bucket. It's very interesting. It's going to be doing some stuff. It's scalable. But there's really not too many. You're going to have some other ones out there. But as far as like the big, huge players, I mean, come on. It's like VeChain is like it, man. You have VeChain and Bitcoin. In my opinion. And then Digibyte is up there, but at a far lower level. I think those two will be far ahead of the rest. And then the rest, the majority, the 3,500 coins are just going to dump into the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, there's some I didn't mention, but yeah, there's about 10-15 coins, in my opinion, that are going to survive. So BA says, hey, just got 1 million player low. Figured $90, why not? That's pretty much what I did. So it's like, oh, I can get that many for that. Oh, I can be an OG for like $2. It's so inexpensive. I was like, why not? Not saying buy it. I'm just telling you guys what I did, and this is what BA Barkas said he did. So it's that's cool. Think it go to zero. I mean, it's a video game thing, and some other stuff, but it is what it is. Fun stuff. Yeah, and MZ420 says, yeah, just going to keep accumulating. Yeah, That's what I do, man. Yeah, it is 0.00432. I didn't know the number off the top of my head, but yeah, that's that. And that can also be adjusted. Yeah. Oh, so Mark wants to know what's my take on Link. On Link, I think the partnership with what is that, Google, which Baidu is larger. I think that partnership with Google is interesting and good for them and stuff, but it's really nothing as far as the magnitude goes as having the ability to spin up a server on AWS. Okay, I really don't see much coming from it. I really don't see much coming from it. It is not in my top 10 list, let's put it that way. Best of luck to him. No harsh wishes or anything. I just don't see it happening. But I could be, and that does not mean that price, if you're looking at price, it certainly is a price action coin. But I'm not talking about today or tomorrow or even next year. Okay? 2021, 2025. Those are the time frames that I'm looking at. I'm not looking for 100%, 2x, 3x. No, I'm not looking for that at all. Some people, that's all they're in the market for. I'm looking for a little bit more. So Thor wants to know, I'd like to hear my thought on 8 hours. That's that game, isn't it? If it's that game table, I think that's what it is. Quite interesting. I think it actually could have quite a big following and usage in the United States. There's starting to become a large upwelling of people frustrated with their kids always having their nose in their cell phones. And so this will give them a way to actually have family time together. And so I think it's interesting. Bit pricey, but I think they'll say, what's important? Oh, our family's important, right? Hell, we spend more than that on cell phone bills. So I think it has a future. It's interesting. I think that's what it is, right? The little play table that you can carry around and have your tokens and stuff. Interesting project. I think it has some potential there. Just scrolling through the comments, man. Thanks for all the comments, guys. I swear I have the best audience. You have like real comments instead of like saying, "Ooh, moon, moon, moon." I'm sure you guys have seen that. It's hilarious. I don't know if people are actually doing that or computers or what, man, but I think it's funny. Yes, I'm going through here. What do I think of Grayscale? GBTC? It's a wonderful introduction into Bitcoin. It gets people introduced into crypto, doesn't it? Yeah. It's only the beginning. Only the beginning. Do I look at it to invest and stuff? No, I don't. If I'm gonna do, I don't like derivatives pretty much of any kind. I go, like I spot trade. I don't do shorts or longs, anything like that. Don't do any leverage type of stuff. ETFs, not interested at all in them, but they do have an effect on the market, futures. Yeah. Guys have some interesting comments. So can VET run like XRP did in 2017? Sure. Sure. We saw it go up 40% just like that. Anyway, guys, that's about it. Getting tired. You can tell I'm wearing down. Been a long day, man. But hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, get notified. You guys really had some really great comments and stuff. That's really cool. I really appreciate it. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.